this is a civil case with Capital One versus myself, and I am wanting to know how to enter the court and have the common law or the court of record rules apply. When I'm entering the court, do I go past the bar before anything is said? Do I say something before I pass go through the little gate? And
of course, you said it in your writing. You put all your documents into you put your claim and your paperwork before the court clerk. She presented it to the magistrate or whoever's going to preside over it, the presider,
right,
and gave a copy to the wrongdoer, the defendant, the person that's claiming that they did you wrong.
Right.
Now, when you got to come in as a defendant, you're told, to me, it's like I say, the people in here would say defendant. A prosecutor, everybody knows what a prosecutor means. It means like somebody who's attacking, somebody who's aggressive, somebody who's trying to pursue something, to try to do something. A defendant basically is somebody who's trying to keep from getting hurt.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like going into a prize fight. So when the boxer's prosecuting you, he's beating the crap out of you in the corner of the rope. You're curled up in a ball saying, I hope this big bully gets tired of beating me up or gets tired and goes away and beats somebody else up.
Mm-hmm.
So all you're hoping for as a defendant is that he gets tired of beating you up and that you can just crawl home, or he's going to kill you, one or the other. So why in the world do you want to be a defendant? Why in the world don't you people prosecute? If you believe somebody's actually doing you wrong and they have no right to doing what they're doing to you, why in God's name are you curling up in a ball and just letting them keep teeing off on you? I mean, you people can't be, that ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
You got to fight back, but you can't fight back from being curled up in a ball. You're like you're in a ball, and that's your role in that case. They wrapped you in a casing, in a case, and this is all you're allowed to say and do. It's like, I can't use the Constitution to defend myself? No. I can't use the Bill of Rights? No. I can't use the Constitution of Southwest Ohio? No. What can I use? Well, the way the prosecutor stylized this case, you can't do anything, basically, but sit there and take it.
Right.
Well, that's not fair. Well, he's the one who presented the case to the court. He's the one who established the rules and the authority of the rule of law to the court.
Right.
We're operating under his rules because he's the one who said, this is a fight, and I believe Mr. Southwest Ohio did me wrong. Well, what's your name?
Michael.
Okay. And Michael did us wrong, and this is what we want to see happen to Michael. They're not going to say something nice. Well, we want to see Michael get a nice fruit basket and maybe a bouquet of flowers, and then we want him to pay us everything we owe. They just want to kill you, kill you, kill you.
Mm-hmm.
They're not asking for mercy. It's like, well, if Mike could toss us a buck or two every now and then, we'll be happy. No.
Mm-hmm.
Saying being nicey nice. They say they're going in for the jugular. They're going in for the kill. They want every damn dime, and they want it now. They're not saying, well, we'll accept the partial payments and we'll set off the debt until Michael gets back on his feet. You don't see them being nice.
No.
They have no mercy for you. They couldn't care less if you sit in the jail in a box and rot for the rest of your life. They're going to go home and eat dinner with their wife and kids, and they couldn't care less about you. So until you realize that these people couldn't care less what's going to happen to you and your wife and kids, you got to start fighting back. And I don't mean physically fighting back. I tell people do it in writing, it's not paper. As soon as somebody says that you did wrong and you don't believe you did wrong, immediately file a claim against them. If you believe that they did you wrong, like that, once they get to the point where they're actually dragging you into court, obviously you're going to try to settle it on a private side. Obviously you're going to tell them to cease and desist. Obviously they're going to send you a bill and you're going to say, hey, you sent me this bill in error. I don't know who you are. I have no idea what you're claiming. But you're going to have to cease and desist immediately because this is starting to really stress me out. This is about the third letter I got from you this month, and if you don't stop, I'm going to have to drag you into court, and you're going to have to prove that I owe this debt to you.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you want to do this? So obviously you want to settling on a private side, but like you said, skipped all the steps because you said you're being dragged into court.
Right, and the trial date is next Wednesday, so.
Right, so the only other way you can do it is you can say to the judge, well, I can just hand this man a cease and desist, and I want to settle this matter on a private side, so I'm not ready to air my dirty laundry in public at this time, so I'm going to have to stay this proceeding until we could exhaust all administrative remedies. Thank God this is recorded, because don't ask me to say that again. So like I said, an easy way for you folks to see what I'm talking about is you type in the word like BSCR, like Victor, Sam, Charlie, Robert, BSR, rule 7, like the number 7, B like Bravo, colon, number 4. And that explains in Virginia, and I'm sure you have something in your civil code that's right up in the very beginning. It says if all parties aren't ready to proceed, like they haven't exhausted all administrative remedies, the court can't force a civil procedure to be conducted until all parties are ready. So a third party can't intervene. The guy in a black robe can't intervene between a contract between you and the other party until you say to the judge, I'm ready to roll. I'm still negotiating with this guy. I'm still busy. As long as you act honorably, and that's why I say people, okay, if you really want to do this UCC 5, negotiable instruments under, Title 3, 501, 505, 503, 507, if you really want to do that, it's based on a Bible kind of stuff. Saying, look, you tendered me an offer. I replied within 3 days. I'll put that video. I know what I'm going to do. My website is called broadmind.org. I'm going to attach that YouTube video. Some kid did a great job. He stayed off a court proceeding by tending to a credit card company a picture, an email picture. He just, not a painting, not a Picasso, a picture. He tried to tender an email picture as payment for like $300, $400 on his credit card bill. It was great. He drew a picture like on, WordPad or whatever he did. It was ugly, stupid little picture of a spider. And he tendered it for payment to the company. It was funny. He was reading the responses back and forth. He says, and at this time, we at the Capital One, we can't accept such a generous gift of this, spider, even though you might believe it's worth $362.17. At this time, Capital One cannot make such a consideration as an option at this time. And we going to need you to tender, U.S. currency, acceptable currency, and with immediately, so you could stay any legal proceedings that we are going to move, against this debt. So he said, well, then he said, oh, I'm sorry that you did not accept my generous offer of this very expensive, because I believe I put that $316 worth of effort into it. But since you didn't accept it, you have to send it back to me. Please return my gift or my presentment to you, or I'm going to have to claim that the debt is due, that the debt is settled. So then the lady emailed her. He just emailed the picture back to him. And he said back to him, he says, 3 days later, after he got the picture, 3 days later, he sent back to her, well, I clearly understand why you would not accept this drawing, because I clearly see there's only 7 legs on the spider, not 8. Let me attach another leg, and now let me resubmit this as payment that is, finalize the debt. So the lady said, well, thank you for, such a generous offer. And she actually worded it beautifully. This is how they have to do it. It's acceptance, conditional acceptance. It's beautiful how the Capital One or Visa will actually talk to you. They actually say it exactly the way they're supposed to say it. Thank you for this wonderful presentment. Even though you believe now that you've corrected the drawing and put the 8th leg on a spider, at this time Capital One could not still accept such a generous tender of an offer to, settle the debt. It was brilliant. So I'll attach that link to the YouTube video so you folks could see this is how you're supposed to settle things on a private side with a credit card company. Well, you're not supposed to do a 7-leg spider. You're just supposed to say to them, well, at this time, it's not opportune for me to settle it with $316, but can I offer you $5 a week for the next, whatever, 5 divided by 30, 70 weeks to stay off this, any legal proceeding. And see what they say. Well, $5 is not acceptable at this time, but we would consider that, $6. So there you go. It's just nobody in this country knows how to deal with 2 guys in the desert haggling over the price of a camel. Right. We weren't trained like that in America. When we see $19.99, we pay $19.99. We don't go to the cashier lady at Walmart and say, hey, I'll give you $6.17 for this. She'll look at you like you're crazy. Mm-hmm. But if you actually went to Saudi Arabia and it said $20 on something, and you handed the guy $20, you think you're crazy. It's like, why don't you offer me 10? I probably would have took it. What? Oh, you're from America. Oh, okay. You're stupid. All right. You don't have to do conditional acceptance and offers and tenders and payments. Oh, you guys have no clue what we're doing. Okay. You don't know how the rest of the world works. Okay.
Well, where's the end of it, though? I mean, Capital One is refusing, so he's continuing.
Then whoever brings the controversy into the public, you present that to the tribunal, and whether you want a guy in a black robe, and I'd go for a guy in a black robe.
Not you would.
One. Oh, yeah, because he knows who brings the controversy into the public and refuses to settle the matter on a private side and exhaust the administrative process, he's at fault, not you. You tried everything and you could, in your power, to settle the debt admirably and, under good faith. They're the one who said no. They're the one who's bringing the controversy into the public. The judge knows the rules. Mm-hmm. That's what I told somebody up here with the Renaissance and owing him $300 for a sofa. And he said, all I could do is make $30 a month payments. I can't do 50. So I told him, I said, well, go to the Renaissance, bring a witness with you. Don't bring a woman. Bring a third-party impartial witness, like somebody you just kind of know. But not brother, not your wife. Don't bring someone like that. Just bring somebody like, hey, Bob, meet me up at Brenner Center. Like, oh, I haven't heard from you in a while. Yeah, well, I want you to see. And instead, if you could catch somebody at Brenner Center, catch the clerk's name. Or catch somebody who's standing like, oh, I went to high school with you. What's your name again? Susie? Yeah, Susie Johnson? Yeah, where do you live? Oh, yeah. Try to get a third-party impartial witness there. Somebody that will be able to testify in court.
So if I were not to show up at court, or if I lost in court, proceeding the way I am right now, I could invoke Trinity because there wouldn't be a person coming against me in court.
Well, that's only if you convene your own court and you move under your rules of court, and if you're moving under the common law, that's how you do it. By a trial by jury. That's how you do it. You do it under Black Rover.
After the court date or before next Wednesday?
This is what I tell people. You guys kind of move like lightning. You can't wait for them to make a ruling on you, then think you're going to start opening up a court and start appealing. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
There's no reason why you guys can't get off your butt the minute that you're saying you're being summoned to court. Summons them the next day to your court. They handed you an invitation. There's no reason why you can't reciprocate and offer them an invitation to appear in your court. Just move like lightning. But like I said,
doing what?
You said that they moved to dishonor, and they would not accept the payment on a debt, in which I was more than willing to settle under good faith